Alright man, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Pooh Guy Game and I'm finally back with another video. Okay, so last video was a success and I say this because we got to help out a lot of people and we reached a YouTube milestone while doing it. Last video was our first 1,000 view video and I just wanted to say thanks you guys. Okay, so while looking at the comment section on the rep method video, I noticed nearly everyone wanted the rep method for shooters. Now I'm gonna be honest, in my mind I was wondering why the hell you need a rep method for what I felt like was the easiest skill to grind, but you asked and I deliver. I've been temporarily banned on my Pure Stretch account for a few weeks because apparently you can't tell someone that their mom needs to go in the corner and suck some meat for VC money. So I made another stretch on my new account. I've been working on it since Wednesday and all the badges are on gold. I figured out pretty quickly why shooting is a hassle because the shot contest buff in January made it near impossible to make a shot. So I just want to apologize to my shooters on behalf of Mike Wayne. So now it's stressful as hell to grind with shooters, but calm down, I have a rep method that's going to alleviate some of that stress. Okay. Before I even get into the video, if you don't have your badges on a high tier, don't do the rep method yet. It's not going to be as effective. You don't want to risk losing shooting hotspots trying to grind rep without your badges and ultimately lose time. So the first thing you want to do is go to game settings and turn the difficulty to Hall of Fame and change the core length to 12 minutes. If you're not doing this method on Hall of Fame, you're not going to get nowhere near as much rep as someone who is. The reason the core length is 12 minutes so you could get more accomplished without having to go through cutscenes. While in set to turn on your shot meter by your hands and feet. If you don't know by now, the shot meter by your hands is very inaccurate, so we're turning on the meter by both your hands and feet so you can get more reliable feedback on your shot and also see your range. If the meter is small below your feet, that means that you're out of your shooting range. Also, boost. When I say this, I'm not kidding. You're going to need a boost as a shooter on Hall of Fame or you'll miss nearly every shot, including open ones. So in my last rep method video, I said boost what your archetype does best. But for this shooting rep method video, to be successful, you're going to have to boost everything. That includes blocks, steals, dunk, rebounds, and passing. Before we start the video, you're going to want to make sure that you're on a team with not good but great passers. If you're going to be on a team, make sure that more than one of your teammates have diamond on the gold tier or higher because it's going to increase your shot making. Also, surround yourself around shooters so when the defensive size is double, you can kick the ball to an open teammate and not risk passing it to someone who can't shoot. The next one is going to be very important. Make sure your teammate grade bonus is on 2x. If you already done this on your original contract, great. If not, sim to the end of your contract year and make sure you apply the 2x teammate grade bonus. When going for rep, you need to understand the value of efficiency in defense. Hall of Fame is very difficult for people, so the goal is to take as many open shots as you can while utilizing good shot mechanics. That being said, you want to take a good amount of your shots while in transition, basically get on the break. But I see a problem with people getting on the break. They don't understand what that means. I'm going to say this once. It doesn't mean leave your man wide open on defense. It means as soon as you see the ball goes up, be ready to break. Stop trying to set up the offense in the half court on Hall of Fame. You should be avoiding that. But this doesn't mean cherry pick. The difference between breaking and cherry pick is breaking doesn't give you defensive breakdown. If you're cherry picking for points while doing this method, then you're defeating the whole purpose of it because your teammate grade is going down. And the whole purpose of it is to get an A+ grade because that's going to give you around 6,200. My points just for that alone. Earlier I stated that you need to take quality shots. You're going to want to take majority of your threes while in takeover. The main reason I believe this is effective because XP is awarded based on efficiency. So if you don't understand what that means, it basically means if you made 33 but you missed a good amount compared to a person who made 20 but barely missed any, the person who made 20 is going to get more rep than you. Therefore, you don't want to force shots while not in takeover, miss a good amount and get way less mile points. Okay, so we're going for team takeover, and I know it's difficult to grind rep for shooters on Hall of Fame because it's almost near impossible to get your takeover. But while going for it, I noticed that anytime you score as a shooter, whether it was inside or out, your takeover status went up a good amount, which brings us to the first method. You've seen this in some sort of capacity in the last video. I like to call it the loop cheese. However, unlike last video, we're shooters, so we're not built to catch lobs. However, we're going to be like playing off ball a lot to avoid being ripped and lose takeover. So what we want to do is just wrap around our teammate until our defender gets caught and then quickly race to the rim. You kind of see what that looks like on the screen right now. I try to avoid taking shots while not in takeover, but if a quality shot or a shot in transition presents itself, I'm pulling up. One of the goals is to get transition shots, so we need to play the passing lanes and also poke the ball loose. So check out the method I use for steals. I go at a certain angle, position myself on the side of the ball handler is dribbling it, but I never let him set up in the half court because 2K will make you foul more. Therefore, I approach him at near, before half court, or at half court. After you get a hang of this, you're going to know what side he's putting the ball on. Okay, so the key for rep methods are just staying active at all times. You can never just be standing and just not doing anything. So you want to be going for every rebound, every assist, trying to get steals, going for blocks, which leads to the next method, which is baiting. Baiting is just staying a far enough distance to where your matchup feels comfortable going in for a layup, but also close enough to where you could block the ball. Just try to imitate what I do on the screen, and I promise you that you will be fine. If you're a taller player, the phrase "we shoot over those" still exists, which means if he's a guard and he's not riding your hip in transition, pull up. Which leads to the next method, which is one of the most well known around the community and possibly the most efficient method if your badges are on a right tier: pick and pop. It may be single-handedly the most unguardable sheets on the game. It's pretty hard for smaller shooters to run this, so I just recommend running pick and roll until he backs up and use your limited range. You have to be very efficient if you're a smaller shooter, or you can run a small ball lineup by selecting minutes and moving yourself to the 4. Make sure there are people smaller than you at the 1 to 3 and they won't sub you back. You need to run the pick and pop while in team takeover so you can have full control over the entire team. I recommend if you're running the pick and pop to do it on the opposing guards since they're most likely to not have great defense. To set up the pick and pop on PlayStation, switch on to your guard, hold L1, allow the pick icon to pop up, tap R1 to alternate from pick and roll to pick and pop, and press down L3 to select the side you want the screen on. For Xbox, hold LB, allow the pick icon to pop up, tap RB to alternate to pick and pop, press down the left stick to select the side you want the screen on. Remember, there's like a ton of combos you could use with these methods, like limitless range in transition, or limitless range in pick and pop, or corner threes in transition. You don't have to do one thing in particular. Just make sure you're doing a lot of things on every possession and just stay active. So alright, mob, so that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Remember, if you're new, sub to the channel. If you're not new, you know what I like. I like interacting with you guys. I do this because it's fun. I get to help people to interact with my subs. Please remember to add me on PSN. Last time you guys kind of forgot to do that. If I can't interact with you guys, then I'm not having much fun while I'm doing it, right? Make sure you like the video, subscribe. Let's get the video to like 25 likes. It's your boy Pooh Got Game, and I'm out. Peace.